Hi guys, how's it going? Oh, I have a ton of food. Potato salad, and I put like beans on top of it. You guys are gross. And I forgot a napkin. Hi. There it is. Chicken burger. And over here I have like a freaking half of a cut up watermelon that my husband cut up. So that'll be yummy. It's just leftovers from yesterday. No, except for the chicken burger. The chicken burger is not leftovers, but I'm hungry. So I'm assuming a lot of you guys on here watch a lot of YouTube. Because you found me. So I'm assuming that you guys are on YouTube a lot, or sometimes, or whatever. I can't believe I've forgotten. Hey, can you grab me a napkin?
Yeah.
There's this guy, and ooh, this is messy. It's called What It Looked Like TV. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's just a really good channel. Like, he talks about all different kinds of stuff, mostly like reaction stuff, but not to funny stuff. Not to funny stuff, really. I mean, yeah, to funny stuff sometimes, but he reacts to it. I don't know, like, there was this whole thing on TikTok, I guess, where people with red hair became black, or considered black. And so redheaded people were all freaking out and all excited because they never fit in life or whatever. I don't know. So they were super happy about it. So he did like a whole video on the whole, you know, like he would show TikTok videos of gingers, you know, talking about how they're black now, and a lot of them were like,
What?
my whole life I've loved black people, and they're the only people that ever understood me, and like black people never made fun of me, and I don't know. I guess it's a thing because there's a whole bunch of people. But so he does stuff like that. You know, kind of talk about what's going on. And then, this one was the whole video about it. Yeah, he was talking about HIV because I guess there's been a huge insurgence of it again or whatever. Because, you know, my generation was like freaked out by it. But this next generation, it's kind of like they're not as aware of it or something. So there's been a resurgence of people testing, you know, positive for HIV or whatever. And so it's like the people's stories, like little clips from their TikToks. Of how they found out their symptoms and all that kind of stuff. See, when I was him, no, we were all terrified of that. What was it? I want to say Michael Jordan. It wasn't Michael Jordan, though. Some famous basketball player got it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, though, if he had HIV or AIDS. I think he had HIV. Oh my gosh, I'm not good with names but yeah, when I was growing up, everybody was like terrified of that, you know. It was literally the equivalent, if not worse, than the pandemic virus. Because, you know, stories started coming out and it was just like, what? Famous celebrities were getting it, and people weren't understanding the difference between HIV and AIDS. And then, like, it was crazy. But yeah. And then, let's see. Oh, he does a lot of videos about his algorithm. I could do a whole video on that myself. My algorithm's been so weird. Sometimes my algorithm seems, you know, normal. Like, oh, this is stuff that, like, I would have looked up, or this is stuff that I'm interested in. No. Oh, no. And I think I said this before, but they're, like, every video on the P. Diddy trial is AI generated, the thumbnail. Like, they have P. Diddy's face, like, you know, or just, it's so weird. I heard that Ashton Kutcher got arrested by the feds. Yeah, you guys, Ashton Kutcher. He was married to, I don't know her name, but she was in Bad Moms. She was the main character in Bad Moms, Amy. He was married to her. She flipping divorced him, like, immediately.
He's a scrub.
He was involved in the whole P. Diddy thing.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Supposedly, Ashton Kutcher Kusher? Oh. And his wife were really into Scientology. I don't know what's true and what's not. That's why I say supposedly. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I wonder who's going to get arrested next. Oh, okay, this is what they were saying. Again, allegedly. I have no idea if this is true or not. This was something I heard. When Ashton Kutcher was like young. Like in high school, but this doesn't make any sense to me. Now I'm kind of thinking that this isn't true. Because if he was in high school, then he wouldn't have been... Well, maybe he was 18. I don't know. I'm not even going to repeat it because I already know it's not true. What he did was probably true. But they're like, oh, they erased all of his records and criminal records from it and all this kind of stuff. Well, yeah, because he was a minor, so... They're trying to make some, you know, something out of it because of the whole P. Diddy thing, when it's like he allegedly committed a crime when he was a minor, so they get rid of those records. They don't keep them. So I don't know who's gonna get arrested next. We should do bingo cards. We'll all write up bingo cards with people's names. And then if you get that person, you get to cross it off. I'm just for a ton of people. And now, like, all these videos and photos are showing up with him with all these celebrities, but he was, like, super famous. So, like, just because they were with him, I don't think it means that they were connected to anything necessarily. You know, now with Ashton Kutcher, obviously the feds arrested him, so maybe they just won't talk to him. Well, if you're arrested. No, yeah. Isn't that crazy? What do I remember him from? Did he used to do that prank show? Did he have a prank show on MTV?
Wasn't it Punked?
Yeah, was it Punked? I think that's the only really way I know him. And I watched it for a little bit. That's pretty. I watched it for a little bit, and then I was kind of like, this is kind of dumb. Oh, here, thanks. You guys, look how much watermelon my husband cut up.
Watch him alone.
I will not be eating all of this. But, yeah, I didn't think it was Because, like, some of the stuff that he did wasn't actually funny. It was mean, you know? I don't like those kind of pranks. They're not funny to me. It's like, I feel like sometimes people are just like, haha, it's a prank, just purposely because they want to be mean to somebody. And they're like, oh no, it was a prank. No, that wasn't funny. Anyway, this guy, he's got a really good channel. I love watching him. It's mostly the other videos. But, he'll talk about, like, you know, the latest things that are going around, or, oh, what was that, him? I think it was him. It was either him or I watched this other guy named Lazy. Layze. And he did this whole thing. It was called Beg Talk. And it's like, sorry, but it was all women. No, there was one guy. At least the ones he showed. And they were basically begging people for money, right? But they did it all the time. And you guys, I was dying. There was this one lady, and she was outside at nighttime, right? And she's crying. And you can see street lights behind her. You can hear cars, so you know she's outside and it's dark. And she's got like this nasty old blanket covering her shoulders. And she's like, I just don't have any money. If anybody can send me money just so I can have somewhere warm to sleep tonight, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she apparently, she did this all the time. But she had been on this stream, this live stream on TikTok for well over an hour, and she was doing this, and she had gotten some money. The neighbor comes out live on TikTok, on her TikTok, comes out of her house and shows her sitting in front of her dad's house. She was sitting in front of her dad's house acting like she was homeless to these people. And she yells, blah, 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 you need to stop lying to all these people and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh my God. These people are just so nasty. People, oh my God. How do you know anymore? You know, if somebody's like, if somebody really needs something, how do you know? Like, they would literally have to like walk you through their house or their tent or their whatever they're staying in, show you what lack of food they have. They could still be hiding it though. But the tent could be in my backyard. They would have to show you, you know, like, I don't know what they would have to show, you know. What would they have to show to prove?
I don't think there's anything they could show.
Yeah, because it's like there was this one pathetic woman on there who was like, oh, my kids, you know, I need to feed my kids and they haven't had any food and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And people on her TikTok were coming on there. They're like, don't believe anything she says. She gets like $5,000 a month in food stamps. And oh. I haven't told my husband this one. There was this guy. On TikTok, and he had music playing, and his like girlfriend or wife or whatever is in the background, and he's live on TikTok, and he's like, "Y'all, we need $50." He's like, "Come on, we need $50. We need $50. I need to go down and get some Patron. Let's go. I need $50. We're about to hit it up. Come on, we're going." He's like, "I've got people showing up. I need at least $50." And he's like, $1? He's like, "Who sent me $1?" He's like, "I need $50. I'm over here going, $50 for a bottle of Patron? He's getting the cheap one. But yeah, people literally do that, you guys. They literally, oh, this one lady, she uses her kid to get money.
That's
Her
horrible.
child is disabled. Her child is like, 3 or 4 nonverbal, is deformed, can't walk, has very little motor function, can't like sit up yet. She is constantly using her child to try to get money.
That's horrible.
I mean, I can think of people who are worse in this world for sure. 100%. That are doing way worse stuff than this. But that is just...
How shady.
Like, what? Somebody else is trying to get money, and I love how their own community calls them out. I gotta stop eating this watermelon. It's so good. She, wait, which one was this? Oh, yeah. Oh, I kind of don't want to talk about that one. But let's just say that she was so busy, like, trying to get money from people, and she had several children, that there were things happening during her lives that were endangering her children. Anyway. All right, you guys. Did you have a good meal? Whew. Okay, I'm full. I'm going to go back to... I've been having computer issues. Meaning I don't know what I'm doing issues. So, yay. Anyway, I will talk with you guys later. Bye.